Excuse me if I sound a little off today. I do have a little bit of a flu, so my voice might not carry the way it normally does. But anyway, why are we here today? I want to talk about investing and the first thing that you need to invest in if you want your life to be a success. And that first thing, the number one thing, especially if you haven't had $100,000 year yet, is invest in yourself. Invest in your skill set, invest in your health, invest in a peaceful environment, invest in good food. Why? Because if you have those things, if you invest in yourself and your immediate environment, your home, your well being, those are the things that help you perform at your optimum level day in, day out. So, invest in yourself first. Invest in your skill set. Invest in your well being. Now, why do I say invest in your skill set? To make $100,000 in a year, it requires skill. I don't think most people make their first 100K through passive income. And even if it is quote unquote passive, it's something like writing a book or writing a song where they are receiving these royalties after the book has been published, but making that song or that book was an intense amount of labor. There was a large amount of labor that went into doing that thing in the moment, where they may not have been receiving any income as they were doing the thing. And then the money that they make is kind of, there's this little bit of delay between the work being put out and the reward that comes. So that, even though it's passive income, it's not really passive because you were active in making this thing. Why am I saying this? Because a lot of people ask me, what asset can I invest in to make money? And they ask that question not as a way to hedge against inflation or, just a way to preserve their wealth. They're asking it in a way that what they're really asking is, how can I make money quick? So they want to know what shares they can trade on a day-to-day basis so that they make some money. Or they want to know what real estate to get into, and they want to know what cryptos to get into. But I think if you're not making $100,000 in a year, if you don't have the skill set to do that, that is not the question you should be asking. You should be asking, what skills can I acquire so that I can make $100,000 in a year? I myself have never had $100,000 a year as of the making of this video, that is. In the future, hey, I know I will. The goal is 100 million before 40. So that's what I'm aiming for, even though I haven't had $100,000 a year yet. Why haven't I had $100,000 a year? Well, because I don't think I've built the right skill set. Not yet. Why do people come to me to ask about investing? It's because I have demonstrated at a higher level that I am good at things like economics, mathematics. I have demonstrated I'm good at finance, management. I've been interviewed on national TV. I have been interviewed on podcasts. I've been interviewed on radio concerning the economy. So I do have demonstrable expertise in this thing. However, the reason why I haven't made that money may not be because I don't have the credentials, because I do have the degrees. I do have the kind of CV to some extent that, say, an investment banker might have. However, perhaps I do not have the skill set to interview well when I go for those high-paying roles. I may not have the skill set to put together a good CV to attract recruiters in those high-paying roles, right? So there is some skill deficit somewhere. I haven't built a business that makes $10 million or pounds a year. So there is a skill deficit somewhere. And the reason why I'm making this video, I'm not just trying to pontificate, right? I'm trying to let you know, like, this is something that I am actively working on right now. So I'll tell you, one of the steps I'm taking is currently doing door-to-door sales, not necessarily just for the money, but also to learn the skill of selling to people, learning how to speak to people, how to relate, how to overturn objections, how to overturn blocks, how to pitch, how to close, how to sell. It's one of the things I'm doing to learn. It's a skill set that needs to be mastered if you want to make money. Another thing I'm doing is I'm doing a Google Data Analytics certificate. Why? Because I want to be able to interpret data that I come across that is relevant to business. I want to be able to interpret, analyze, and present information in a way that can be appreciated by whichever stakeholders I'm presenting it to. So I'm learning sales, I'm learning data analysis, because I am trying to build up my skill set. Why I'm doing this YouTube video? It's to increase my skill in presenting, projecting my voice. These are all skills that need to be mastered. I know this video is probably not going to be the best video I've ever made. It might be the best one I've made today, as of today, but it might not be the greatest video I'll ever make, because I'm going to get better. I'm going to get more skills. The theme of the day is skills. You need to build up your skills so that you can make more money. That is the goal. Ultimately, we are trying to become better people so that we can get better results. And I hope this video has helped you in some way. You need to acquire more skills if you want to make more money. Don't worry about investing in stocks, bonds, crypto, real estate until you invest in yourself first. So invest in your skill set. Once again, invest in your well-being. So eat well, get healthy, go to the gym, rest well, make sure you've got a comfortable bed, a comfortable environment to rest in, and, take care of your mind as well, because this is your most valuable asset. So don't put yourself in stressful situations, or get yourself out of stressful situations. Be around better people that help your mental health. So take care of your skills, take care of your well-being, and you will perform better on all levels. Invest in yourself first.